my topic was this past week, I had the opportunity to join brokers around the country, in Canada, at a kind of a very small group of, like a little mastermind group. And I was asked to go to it, which was an honor in itself, because I mean, some of these guys are real ballers. I mean, they're not like, they've been in the industry 20, 30. One guy was in 20, 25. There's a guy in for over 30. There's a guy been in for 40 years. I mean, I was the youngest person by 10 years, and great group of people, extremely knowledgeable. The benefit I got out of it is I could sit in a room with 7 other people that have had years and years and years of experience. I mean, there's probably 150 plus years of real estate experience in that room. And I had full access to ask them anything and write down anything and share my experiences. And the thing was, I take it for granted, but it's kind of cool when I actually do. I understand the industry very well. There's certain things that I still need to work on, and that was my questions and stuff I asked them, but hopefully that's going to allow me to be better and bring it to our company and make our company better, and give you information and stuff I learned. But there's a lot of stuff I do know better than a lot of agents, even that have been in the business for 20, 30, 40 years. So I felt that I brought just as much to the table as they brought to me. That pierced right through my ear. Ellie's alarm went off. That's an aggressive alarm, Ellie.
I know, so I don't forget things.
So, but it was cool in the sense that it was a very good give and take, but what I got out of it is, and I'm very big on finding mentors, so this is kind of a cool way, and each month I meet with people each month that are older, that have been in my position. Now, it's a little tough around here because there's not many agents around here. There's 130. I mean, there is a lot of agents for our population, but in the grand scheme of things, there's not many people I can go and I can have conversations outside of our office about business, because most agents and brokers, I don't really care.
Yeah.
But a lot of brokers will not have open conversations with you about anything, because they think you're like taking some of their pie or share the pie kind of thing. And whatever, I mean, it's a mindset thing, but my thing is, you go, okay, so now I'm with other agents that are in different parts of the country that are like, here, this is what I'm doing. Here's a new thing, because we're behind the times. A lot of these guys are from big cities, and they're like, hey, this is stuff that we're doing in the city. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, we can implement that. It will be a little taboo in our area for a little bit, but eventually trends catch up, and we'll be on the forefront. And I'm getting all this knowledge, which is really cool. But for me, it's like, for being 9 years in real estate, and I've put a lot of hours into this, and I feel that I'm really fine-tuning what I know, but here I get to now piggyback off of people that have had many, many, many more years, and all have strengths in different categories, and a lot of it is they run businesses. Like, they're all brokers, they run companies. We're literally sitting there looking at guys' P&Ls, and some of these guys are making, their budget is astronomical compared to anything anybody around here would do, just because of the volume they can do. I mean, one guy there, his company sold 1,000 homes this year. Like, that's insane. 1,000 homes is insane. I mean, they're like I think it was like over $200 million in business in 1 year,
cow.
which is insane. And like, here I am, like, I'm able to talk to these people in a 2-day setting in a room, like just sitting there, like literally pencil and paper and just shooting the shit basically and going over stuff. And for me, I kind of look at that as you got to find, we always go back to this, like, people that are new into the business, find a mentor. And as you get more experience and you become better, your mentors change. You know what I mean? Like, and your mentors expand. So like, when I started out, like, my mentor when I started was my dad, and my dad's been great. And but what happens as you get going, and I find that I've gotten better, it's kind of like anything else. Like, Tiger Woods still has a golf coach, and professional athletes still have coaches. And it's like, why do they have coaches? Like, do these people need coaches? They're really good. Well, they do. They need the latest. They need just a little. I mean, they're trying to like get the next 0.5% or next 1/4% better, because that's how strong it is. So as I've been able to, the adaptation of learning, when you first start off with something, you adapt very quickly. It's kind of like I think me and John talked about this in the podcast. Like, when you start lifting weights, like, you adapt to lifting weights very fast because your body has not done anything. So the level is great. So the first year you lift, you're setting PRs all day long. Every time you go in the gym, it seems like you're lifting more and more weight. Well, then what happens? 2, 3, 4 years in it, very rarely do you ever get a PR on a lift because your body's adapted so that just getting an extra 5 pounds in a lift takes you way more effort than it was to get 100 pounds in your lift when you first started. And that's the same thing in real estate. You learn a lot very fast. Like the first couple of years, you're just like a sponge because one little tip can make you go from here to here. Well, when you've been in it for a decade, that now one little tip might get you from here to here, but that makes such a difference. So I'm literally at the point now where what's that one little thing that I can get that's going to just improve a little aspect. And there's one thing that I find I really struggle with in our business, and I know it's like a chink in my armor kind of thing. Like it's a weakness of mine, and of course I'm always looking at how can I limit every single weakness or eliminate every weakness I have. And there's some things I think I'm really good at, but there's a couple things that I know I'm not good at and I struggle at. So me, it's like, how can I attack that weakness? And that's what I did this weekend. Like they go like, what's your biggest problem? Boom, this is it. And I have 7 guys saying, boom, 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 boom. Like, I'm like, cool.
That's awesome.
Like ding, 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 ding. That's what I talked about. That's my notebook that we're going to go over soon. But so the biggest thing is find a mentor and learn from them. And if you're new into real estate, shadow somebody, get your broker, get another agent that's been doing it for a while, and watch what they do. Follow them around day by day. Ask questions, bring items to the table, or like, hey, what do you think I should do here? What do you think's one little thing I should try? Like kind of that thing that popped into my head, that was something I'm like, I could do it, but I'm like, I think this is better for Ellie. Like, I think this is an opportunity you could really run with because you're going to be able to put more time into it, and I think it's going to give you a bigger payoff than it would give me. You know what I mean? Like, I think your effort put in is going to pay dividends where I won't be able to put as much time and effort into it, so I don't think I'll get as much of a return, where you're like, actually, I can put more of an investment in and get much bigger return. But it's like little things like that, because I know, like, I right now will be your mentor. Hopefully you get really good. Hopefully I'm always better, and you can, like, in the sense, I mean, I'm always at a step pace where you can still learn from me, but there's a point in time you'd be like, listen, I'm going to branch out a little bit and try to learn from other people. It might not be, a lot of the mentors I meet with each month are not in real estate. They're just people that I have a lot of respect for. And it might just be a simple 30-minute, 40-minute coffee once a month, but I get to pick their brain on stuff. And it might be business, might be mindset stuff, might be leadership stuff, might be managing, all these different things, might just be budgeting. Like, a lot of things people don't think of, and it's kind of cool, but I seek those people out because I know the quickest way to get better is to learn from somebody that's already done it. So that was my big takeaway from this past weekend. It was an honor to be asked. And I think I've pretty much been invited into the club, so I think this will be kind of a few times a year I'll be able to meet with these people, and
awesome.
So I'm excited. So that's it. I talked a lot about that, but find a mentor in anything. Doesn't have to be real estate. If you're getting into if you're becoming a nurse, follow a nurse around. If you're getting into teaching, find a teacher that's been doing it for 20, 30 years and pick their brain. They've been there. They've made the mistakes. They'll save you time. They'll save you money. They'll save you a lot of headache and heartache. Like, just let them show you the ways and trust them. So that's it. That's my spiel for today.